Page 11.13. This section is about grouping some properties of a circle. Okay, so you really need to remember the reasons and how to use these reasons. Okay, ready? Yes, so we're now on page 11.13. Page 13.嗱，呢度咧有一樣嘢咧，書係冇 emphasize 到嘅。咁我知咧，可能呢啲堂咧，即係已經睇咗書啊，或者補習社教咗嘅話咧，咁都可能你 check 有冇漏到呢樣嘢啊？有一個 concept，我覺得係相關嘅，咁但係書咧係好特登即係 emphasize 到嘅。呢一個咧有一樣嘢，我哋喺呢一課嘅第一個 section 咧，我哋學咗咩叫 cyclic chord 啊，係嘛？即係原來節嘅四邊形啦，四邊形。定義就係、如果個四邊形嗰四隻角都喺同一個圓形上面嘅話咧，佢就係 cyclic chord 啦。咁我咁樣講嘅話咧，即係話唔係所有四邊形都係 cyclic chord。OK， 嗱記住喎，唔係所有四邊形都係 cyclic chord 嘅。OK， 一般嚟講咧，平衡四邊形就會係 cyclic chord。OK， 因為咧，如果係 cyclic chord 嘅話咧，對角加埋180度啦。OK， 咁樣，我陣會再講嘅呢個。咁咧呢個 section 啊，嚟緊呢個 section 咧，我哋就會學3個 reason， 去到幫我哋 check 下一個四邊形係咪一個 cyclic chord 嘅。OK， 呢個 section 啊，我哋學3個 reason， 去幫我哋 check 下究竟係 cyclic chord 抑或唔係 cyclic chord 嘅。OK， 好啦，但係我想講嘅書冇 emphasize 嘅嗰樣嘢咧係咩咧？就係、一直講係四邊形係咪？我想 remind 翻大家咧就係咧，如果係一個三角形嘅三角形 ，OK， 任何一個三角形都可以係俾一個圓形咧去到包住嘅。OK， 任何一個三角形，唔知大家有冇印象有一個字咧叫做 circumcircle， 我哋應該喺 Form 3學嘅。OK，circumcircle 或者咧叫 circumscribed circle。有冇印象？我哋學過有一個叫做 circumcenter 咧。OK， 唔該曬。OK，thank you。好啦，或者 in center 啊、centroid 啊，或者 oval center 啦，呢個喺 Form 3裏邊咧，曾經有一課咧係學過呢4個 center 嘅。咁我今日咧會講咧就係個三角形，佢三角形咧有一個叫 circumcenter， 跟住就可以畫到一個 circumcircle。任何一個三角形都係可以畫到 circumcircle 嘅。OK。好啦，但係咧四邊形啊，我想講嘅就係呢個 point 嚟嘅啫。任何一個三角形都可以畫到一個 circumcircle， 去到包圍住嗰個三角形嘅。OK， 但係唔係任何四邊形都可以畫到一個 circle， 去到包圍住呢個四邊形四角嘅咁樣樣。OK， 得，我陣間咧，即係後少少嘅時候咧，咁可能我哋會用到呢個 concept 都唔定喎。OK， 即係三角形嗰個 concept 啊。OK， 得，我呢度講咗出嚟先。OK， 之後會回應翻嘅。好啦，咁但係咧，我哋而家呢度咧，我先睇咗書，即係相關嘅啲嘢先啊。咁我點樣去 check 一個四邊形係咪一個 cyclic chord 咧？頭先講咗啦，有3個 reason 嘅。咁咧，同你喺 cyclic chord 學嗰2個 reason 咧，基本上係一樣嘅。OK， 當中2個啊，就係咧，if PQRS is a quadrilateral four-side polygon。OK，if you can check that the sum of the opposite angles is equal to 180 degrees, then you can say yes, it is a cyclic chord. Okay? If the sum of the opposite angles is not 180 degrees, then you can say no, it is not a cyclic chord. 清唔清晰？清 清晰我 ？OK， 對角你要 check 對角加埋係咪180度？如果係嘅 ，say yes，it is cyclic quad。如果唔係嘅 ，say no，it's not a cyclic quad。OK， 我暫時唔 prove 俾你睇住，得唔得？你記咗佢先呢度 ，OK？ 我唔解釋點樣嚟嘅呢度啊 ，OK？ 但係咧呢個解釋咧係好值得大家學習嘅。咁但係我會有時間嘅時候咧，我會教翻俾大家 ，OK？ 但係咧呢度咧你要記得嘅就係呢個 reason 啦 ，reason。即係話咧有陣時咧佢會問你以下呢一個係咪一個 cyclic quad 啊咁樣樣。咁如果你證明到佢嘅對角加埋係180度嘅話咧，你就 say yes 啦。跟住咧你就會話呢一個咧係一個 cyclic quad 啦。跟住括住呢一個 opposite angles supplementary。Okay, so this is the first reason. Okay, if you can check that the sum of the opposite angles is 180 degrees, then you can conclude that PQRS is a cyclic quad with this reason. 仲有一個就係咧，有另一個講法，有陣時咧佢會係唔係以一個四邊形嘅形式去出現嘅，佢就咁俾4個 point 嚟嘅，俾4個 point。OK，point P、point Q、point R and point S。咁佢會話咧，有時書好似有嘅，佢呢度咁樣樣，有4個 point。如果我哋用直線去連埋呢4個 point 變成一個四邊形嘅時候，佢係一個 cyclic quad 嘅話咧，我哋就話呢4個 point 咧，呢4點咧就叫 concyclic。OK，so the 4 points P, Q, R, S are said to be concyclic if the quadrilateral joining all the 4 points is a cyclic quad。得唔得？即係如果係連到一個 cyclic quad， 連到一個四邊形，佢係一個 cyclic quad 嘅話，咁呢4點咧就為之 concyclic 啦。OK，concyclic 得唔得？記住咧 ，cyclic quad 就係有一個四邊形喺度畫咗出嚟啦。但係如果係借得4點嘅話咧，佢4點都喺同一個圓形上邊嘅話咧，咁我就話呢4點咧就係 concyclic 咁樣樣。OK， 分咗我，得唔得 ？OK，so for the first reason, if P, Q, R, S, the 4 points are on the same circle, then you can say that they are concyclic. And then for the second reason, 我一次過講晒出嚟先啊。The second reason is on the next page, Theorem 4. It's this one. So if we have a quadrilateral, okay, PQRS is a quadrilateral. And in this case, if we have an exterior angle, okay, and then if we have checked that this exterior angle is exactly equal to its interior, but jump to the opposite, this angle, then if they are equal to each other, then you can conclude that this PQRS is a cyclic quad. Or the point P, point Q, point R, point S are concyclic. Okay? So if they are equal, then you can say yes. If they are not equal, then you may say no. Okay? And the reason is like this. Is exterior angle equals interior opposite angle. Okay? 係啦，同之前我哋喺上個 section 學嗰啲咧，其實個諗法係一模一樣嘅，不過就調翻轉，係嘛？之前我哋就知道佢係 cyclic quad， 但係而家咧我哋想證佢係一個 cyclic quad 咁樣。不過今次咧，我哋要證明佢係一個 cyclic quad 嘅話咧，我哋仲有多一招可以用嘅，多一招。OK， 就係第3招啦。第3招咧就喺下一版 Theorem Five。嗱，好容易認，即係究竟應該用邊一招咧？好容易認嘅，陣間教大家啊。Theorem Five。It's like this. If you have a PQRS, a quadrilateral, and then if you have the diagonals PR and QS have already drawn for you, and then you may check that angle PSQ and angle PRQ, just like the angles in the same segment. Okay? If these two angles looking at the same chord this time, the two angles looking at the same chord, if they are equal, then you can say yes, it is concyclic. Okay, if they are not equal, then you can say no, it is not cyclic bond. 就係咁樣樣。Okay, and this will be your third reason. The reason is the converse of angles in the same segment. Converse of angles in the same segment. OK， 好，嗱有3招咯，係嘛？通常幾時用邊招咧？好明顯嘅，好清晰嘅，好清晰嘅。如果講個四邊形，見到呢個四邊形 ？If you have the diagonals, then I think you have to think about this reason first. Okay, in order to prove that it is a cyclic bond. Okay, to try this reason first. Okay, it's not 100% sure about this, but it should be 90%. Most probably will be using this reason. Okay, but if you have an exterior angle, okay, if you have an exterior angle of this quadrilateral, then most probably you will use this reason to prove that it is a cyclic bond. Okay, if you have nothing, okay, no exterior angle and no diagonals, then most probably you are going to add the opposite angles together to see whether it is equal to 180 degrees or not. Okay， 得啦，呢個就係最基本嘅諗法。咁不過咧，即係唔係十題都係十題有咁樣都係咁樣嘅。OK， 即係唔係話一定嘅，有陣時可能要自己加條線都唔定嘅。OK， 咁睇清楚題目咧，俾咗啲咩資料你咁樣。OK， 但係基本上就係咁樣啦。好，我哋試下睇啲題目咯，好嘛？Let's go to this. Let's do the instant true corner 11.4 together. Let's try to see. Okay, instant true corner 11.4. The question asks you to determine whether A, B, C, D are concyclic or not. Okay, if so, give a reason. So A, B, C, D is this one. Number one, you have an exterior angle, right? 79 degrees. Okay, and so most probably I'm going to use the second reason. I'm going to check whether this exterior angle is equal to the interior, but just to the opposite angle. In this case, they are both equal to 79 degrees, right? So I will say yes, they are concyclic. Okay, and with the reason. Now, or we didn't say because angle BCE is equal to angle BAD, and they are both equal to 79 degrees. Therefore, I can say that ABCD are concyclic. Okay, the reason is exterior angle equals interior opposite angle. Okay, so that is like this. Question number one. Can you see? And then number two, we do not have any diagonals. We do not have exterior angle, but we have a pair of opposite angles. So we may check by adding the opposite angles together. Okay, so that should be angle DAB plus angle DCB is equal to 83 degrees plus 107 degrees, which is 190 degrees. Okay, which is not equal to 180 degrees. 嗱，我想講咧，你哋寫答案嘅時候咧，寫 solution 嘅時候咧，你寫好啲，你唔好就咁話俾我聽，因為83加107等於190。OK， 我唔係想知道呢兩個數字加埋係190，我係想知道呢兩個數字代表緊邊兩隻角，我係想知道你計緊邊兩隻角。你呢度一定要寫 angle DAB 加 angle DCB 等於幾多 ？OK， 然之後咧 compare with 180度，得唔得 ？OK， 跟住係唔等於180度啊嘛，咁我哋就做個 conclusion 啦。Therefore， they are not concyclic。OK， 如果答 no 嘅話咧，我哋就唔使寫 reason 嘅。OK，Number three. A, B, C, D. Although we do not have the quadrilateral, okay, but when we join AD join AD and join BC, there will be a quadrilateral, and there are two angles given. And the diagonals AC and BD are also given. Okay? So we can use the converse of angles in the same segment this time. So I just write this because angle ABD is equal to angle ACD, and they are both equal to 30 degrees. Therefore, I can conclude that ABCD are concyclic. Okay? And this time, I'm using converse of angles in the same segment. It's okay? And finally, number four. Again, if I join BD and join AC, then I will have the quadrilateral. And I have the diagonals, AD and BC now. Okay? So I can use the angles in the same segment approach. Okay? Careful, this is 50 degrees, and I have to calculate this angle first. Because these two angles are both looking at the chord BD, right? Okay? So when I join, 嗱你可以咧唔使真係連埋嘅，咁我今次咧連埋俾你睇，連埋俾你睇咁解嘅啫。到時咧你自己心裏邊連埋咗咧就已經得㗎啦。OK？ 好啦，咁我想睇嘅咧就係呢一隻角同埋呢一隻角。咁但係咧我要計一計先咯，好嘛 ？So angle BCD is equal to 180 degrees minus 50 degrees minus 90 degrees, and this is angle sum of triangle, and it is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, which means that angle BAD is not equal to angle BCD, because angle BAD is not equal to angle BCD. Therefore, I can conclude that A, B, C, D are not concyclic. Okay, if it is not concyclic, you do not need to give reason. Is that okay? How to use the reasons? 得唔得？好，跟住咧，咁我哋去啲真正嘅examples啦。好啦，不如我直頭俾你試下啦，因為咧呢個都比較簡單少少啊。Okay, so let's do the instant drill number 5 and number 6. So I give you 4 minutes to do instant drill 5 and 6. Yes. 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 Okay. And number 5, determine whether A, B, C, D are concyclic. And 嗱呢個小心啲啦，我哋有個 diagonal 係咪？不過咧呢一個咧就唔係應該就用唔到嗰個 converse of angles in the same segment 嘅。Okay, so which reason are you going to use for this one? So I think it should be the first one, right? The opposite angle supplementary. Okay, so part A, 1. Because we have a pair of opposite angles here, angle DAB plus angle DCB is equal to 35 degrees plus 75 degrees and then plus 70 degrees. And it should be equal to 180 degrees. Okay? So the sum of a pair of opposite angles is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, we can conclude that yes, A, B, C, D are concyclic. Okay? And the reason is opposite angles supplementary. Okay? So this is A1. And in A2, the question asks you to find theta. 嗱呢個留意啦，如果你已經 prove 咗佢係一個 cyclic chord 嘅話咧，咁即係話咧，你可以用翻咧 cyclic chord 嗰啲 reason 喎。並且咧，你可以想像咧，就係佢其實係真係有個圓形咧，係可以穿過晒呢4個嘅vertex 嘅，好似咁樣樣。OK， 如果咁嘅話咧，你見唔見到 theta 其實就係 angle BDC 嚟嘅。Okay, angle BDC. And there's another angle also looking at the same arc. Okay, this theta is looking at arc BC. And this 75 degrees is also looking at the same arc. So they will be exactly the same. Okay, so theta should be equal to 75 degrees. And this is angles in the same segment. Okay, so this is A2. Fine. Part B. This is 50 degrees, and this is also 50 degrees, right? Because the marking suggests that they are equal. So this angle A dot E is 100 degrees, and this is equal to this 100 degrees. Okay, so I can conclude that this is a cyclic chord. Okay, and because of exterior angle equals interior opposite angle. Okay, so it is also yes, concyclic. And if ABCD is a cyclic quad, then the sum of the opposite angles should be 180 degrees, which means that theta plus 150 degrees should be 180 degrees. So the answer of theta should be just 30 degrees. It's okay? 得唔得？呢度嗱，記住咧，我哋可能會係用圖中嘅一啲資料去到 prove 佢係 concyclic 先嘅。prove 完嘅 concyclic 之後咧，我哋可能會用一啲 cyclic quad 嘅第二啲嘅 property 咧，去講去揾翻氣指數咁樣嘅。OK， so let's continue tomorrow. Stand up. Goodbye, class.